I got out because God was showing me the way out of the bondage, the trap. Fear God, fear nothing else. Don't fear God, you fear everything else. I was so inculcated in the world of science, man's science. I thought there was no point of it all. It was a meaningless sideshow that I was involved in. You see, evolutionists and unbelievers have faith as long as they can not believe in God. So we'll believe the Big Bang can, we'll believe that chemicals in the ocean can make life. We'll believe that genes can somehow change and that bacteria can turn into people. There are moving parts that are so small that even if a cell was the size of a full city, you would still need a microscope to see those parts. Albert Einstein said, I'm not interested in the spectrum of this atom or that element. I want to know how God made the universe. My name is Dr. Charles Jackson, and I'm at a small Christian college in Moore, Oklahoma, teaching science here full-time. I also teach online classes for Liberty University, and I work part-time for Creation Truth Foundation as a creation science educator. In 7th grade, I thought I'd invented parallel circuitry. I had a telescope and a microscope and a chemistry set and a little electronic set. From a kit, I built a Babbage device, which is a mechanical computer. So I always wanted to be a science guy. I always wanted to be in science. I always wanted to be a teacher. I was an Eagle Scout, and I worked at Goshen Scout camps as a nature counselor. And there was a guy on the staff who was the quartermaster. And I saw him interact with a group of guys that were pretty much hostile to his beliefs. And I listened to him because I felt sorry for him. I don't know, there was something sort of charming that drew me to him, and I wanted to listen to him talk about Jesus. The Holy Spirit was working on me. Jay actually prayed the sinner's prayer with me in his tent one night, and I don't think I knew what I was doing. And that was July of 1973. By Christmas, 2 days before Christmas, I got saved that morning and I got baptized that night. They were having a baptism. And with wet hair, I went Christmas caroling with the other teenage believers who were all praying for me, but I didn't know any of them. Some people, when they get saved, they get instantly delivered from bondages, cocaine, whatever else, addictions. And I got delivered of evolution. It's because he put his word into my heart. The minute I got saved, that changed. I knew that the Bible was really true. I finally met the author of the book of nature. I finally met the painter to the creation, to the Genesis account, and looking for the first time for why evolution might not be true, why the earth might not be 4 billion years old, and then I began to find it. It was almost like God grabbed my head and turned my gaze. Have you ever looked over here before? And I went, oh, it's like being in prison my whole life and there's a door standing open and I never noticed. Satan's always trying to cast doubt on whether God has a good heart or not. Now I realize that the story I'm following is huge. It's bigger than any of us realize, and I'm not only watching, I get to play a part that you can't know without him. Isaac Newton said, all of science is thinking God's thoughts after him.